Aquarius, welcome to your July 2020 reading. This is for those of you who have their sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius. So I've pulled the overall energy, I've prayed over your cards, and I'm blessing the reading now with Sage. And I have pulled the overall energy from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. The first card out was the Queen of Air. Okay, she's the air sign queen, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You can see here that she has an owl on her shoulder, right? She's the queen of wisdom, and owls represent wisdom. Owls see things hidden in the dark, okay, from very high up. The owl comes back to tell the Queen of Swords what's being hidden from her. So you could have something that came out recently with a solar eclipse, maybe a truth, an epiphany, a message, something that you weren't aware of, okay, has come out or is coming out. I think it's already come out for most of you though. Then we have the Hierophant. This speaks to the traditional way of doing things. It is a 5, so that is changing. Something is changing in your life. We are experiencing a lot of eclipse energy with 3 eclipses back to back. 6 months from now, life will be very different. The Hierophant speaks to religion, government, higher institutions of learning. It could be about a marriage or a commitment, or it could be about, you know, the traditional way of doing things. It could be about the institution of religion, right? Not necessarily spirituality, but religion. So I think the Hierophant could be different for most of you, but we have a lot of things going on in the world. And Aquarius is, you lead us into our future, into our destiny. You're the sign of the future. You're the sign of technology. A lot of things going on in the world. The age of Aquarius. Holy Spirit, holy angels, archangels of light, spirit guides, and ancestors, allow me to be a clear channel for the sign of Aquarius for this reading for July 2020. Show me the energies that are going to be facing Aquarius during the month of July 2020. Keep in mind, time is fluid, right? Also, if this turns out to be a soul connection reading, I'm not really putting that stipulation on here, even though that's basically what my channel is about, spiritual connections. That the energies could flip. So if it's not you, it could be the person that you're dealing with. And you'll have to take this as it resonates and apply it to the area of the life that it fits for you, okay, if it does resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you might try looking at all of your placements, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, because that will give you the big picture. And sometimes whatever phase that you're in with whatever messages are coming through or whatever's coming up for you, it may show more in your moon sign than your sun sign. Or if it's love or money, it could show up more in your Venus sign or your rising sign, right? So rising sign can also be something that you're starting. If it's like a new beginning, it could show through there. But whatever resonates with you, take it, and what doesn't, leave it. Of course, it could not have played out yet because this is for July. We're not in July quite yet. Depending on when you find this reading is when it is set for you, though, right? Then we have the Messenger of Air. It's a beautiful card. You see, she has her eyes closed. She's really connecting to spirit. I want to read this one from the book, though. The Good Tarot has a little bit different spin on things. And let's see what the Good Tarot says about the Messenger of Air. Messenger of Air, opinions informed by experience, adherence to dogma, allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming, and swift reactions or responses. It says, I need to broaden my perspective. I am reacting to a situation from my past. We do have several planets in retrograde. Mercury went into retrograde on the 18th of June, and it will remain retrograde until the 12th of July. Of course, there's about a week or so shadow period. It says, I'm reacting to a situation from my past. I have to think about whether I want to do things the old way or respond differently this time. I can adapt a new way of thinking and behaving. I am swift and move quickly, ensuring my actions are for the highest good. Positive outcomes are assured. So that's good news. Something is definitely changing here. This is a card of allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming. This is a card about the old way of doing things, right? You are Aquarius, you are about our future. This is a 5, okay? The old way of doing things are not working. So five's spiritual number 5 is all about major changes, okay? Shifts in energy. Things are shifting, things are changing. It makes sense. So now that we have the overall energy of the reading, I want to pull from the tarot, okay? I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot for your reading, and then we'll use the Twin Flame Tarot by Queen of Light 1111 and Mystic Moon, a previous edition that they put out for the overall outcome. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Archangels of Light, Spirit Guides and Ancestors. The first card that jumped is the Four of Pentacles. So this is, you could be trying to save money at this time, but this is an energy of holding on too tightly to something. I don't really see Aquarius is holding on too tightly. Maybe the collective as a whole is holding on too tightly to the old way of life, right? And as an Aquarius, you can see that the old way isn't working. You have that insight. Yes, there we go. Moving away from that. This is the Eight of Cups, okay? An emotional time, and you're walking away from it. Walking away from something that was very emotional, draining on you. This is walking away from good. It's walking away emotionally, though. Okay, where the Six of Swords is about walking away, going from turbulent times to calmer. This is, I've had it. I can't handle this anymore. The emotions are too overwhelming, and it's not for my highest good, and I'm walking away. You see, he has his back turned to those cups, and he has his staff, and he's looking towards the direction of his new journey, the new direction, the future, his destiny. Wow. All that fell out, huh? I don't know that we're supposed to take that, so we're going to put it back in. If it's meant to come out, it will. It just fell out in a certain way. Five of Swords, conflict, okay? Petty arguments, just wanting to win the argument, just wanting to be right. Be careful of this energy, okay? You are air sign, but you're an Aquarius, so you have a way of expressing your beliefs and your views, and it makes people think, right? But with all the energy being very heavy, with Mars moving into Mars moving into Aries, today, June the 25th, it will remain there for 6 months. You could be coming off a little too aggressive, okay? There's a lot of swords there, and he's holding all the swords, like I'm the winner, but look, at what cost? Because all of these people are falling down behind him, right? So you want to be careful that it's not become so emotionally overwhelming, and that aggressive Mars energy that's kind of taking over the atmosphere right now, that you're not pushing your beliefs too harshly. Air signs, we tend to have a tone about us, right? And it's not that we mean to, it's just we're very matter of fact, we're very logical, and it can come across that way to others. So you want to be very mindful of that. If you're going to get through to people, you have to watch out for that. Also, keep in mind, we are air signs, okay? So Mercury plays a big part in our intelligence and the way we communicate. With Mercury being retrograde, we're not as supported. So you want to make sure that you rest and meditate, okay? Because this may be very draining on you at this time. So when you feel emotionally, energetically drained, you want to listen to that. Listen to your body. Listen to your spirit. Rest, meditate. Oh, wow, 3 of Wands. So we're waiting. We're waiting for our ships to come in. We're waiting for this big shift, this big change, right? For the new way. That's a very future-oriented card. It really represents the future to me, because this is, you've done the hard work, okay? You've done your part. Now you wait. You wait to see the fruits of your spiritual work, the fruits of your labor, whatever it is that you put your energy into. This feels very collective again. I'm seems to be the focus of Aquarius. Maybe it's everything that's going on in the world. Maybe it's where we're moving to, right? So we have the Eight of Swords. Again, be very mindful of your thoughts. You need to remain positive. When those negative thoughts come creeping in, you're going to have to push them away. Change the outcome in your mind, and you'll change the outcome in your reality, right? The Eight of Swords is all about, we put ourselves there, okay? We've thought about something over and over. We have ruminated over it until we have trapped ourselves mentally. Only we can release ourselves. That's what this card says. It's a entrapment of the mind that is our own doing, okay? Maybe the circumstances weren't our fault, but definitely getting trapped mentally in a mental prison. This girl, you can see, she's clearly in a mental prison of her own making, and she can release herself, okay? But she has to take the blindfold off to see those chains around her hands. She can easily come out of those. And she has to get up and she has to walk away from whatever it is that's been holding her stuck in this mental entrapment. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That is abundance, okay? I see the turtle here, so it may be seeming that abundance or whatever it is that you're manifesting may be coming in slower than what you anticipated. But I have the feeling that it's going to be on such a larger scale than what you ever thought you were manifesting, okay? So manifestations of this scale and this value take time, okay? It's a big manifestation. It could also mean that you have been manifesting this over time and now it's coming to you, but this is long-term abundance, okay? This is the home, the family, the money, having wealth. This is abundance in every area of your life, and it's long-term, right? It could be a lifelong partner coming in for you. But you're moving away from some type of emotional burden that was keeping you from this manifestation of this abundance. So you may have had someone in your environment that you just could not manifest. They just had too much emotions that were keeping you swept up all the time, and you had to free yourself, right? And you know, you're not completely free. Maybe you freed yourself physically, but mentally, energetically, you are still trapped. But you have to come out of this because it's of your own doing, okay? It's not going to change the outcome. The outcome is not going to be better because you're trapped in your head. So you're not getting anywhere with it, and you need to free your mind so that this Ten of Pentacles can come to you, this life partner or this wealth or this, you know, windfall, whatever this is. It's meant to sustain you for the long haul, right? Okay, and then we have the Tower. Okay, Mars, Uranus energy. The Tower is when God has to intervene. It can feel like your life is being dismantled. It can feel very sudden. It could be a sudden shift, okay, a sudden change. It could be an epiphany. But you can see that lightning has come down and struck this tower, throwing this man buck naked out, okay? In this depiction, there's only one man falling from the tower. Take that as it resonates, but somebody, you or a person in your environment, is going to have a tower moment, okay? It's meant to shake things up so that a new, better foundation can be set. And then we have the Sun. So it could be solar eclipse energy still working out things behind the scenes energetically in your life, moving you into alignment, because I can see these planets, you know, lining up around the Sun. And it's like the stars are aligning. The Sun is a star, right? But it's a very positive card. It's the most positive card in the deck. So that's a very good omen. And it's under the Four of Swords. So that tells me that your prayer and meditation and your rest is going to lead to very positive outcome. You could have really received a lot of clarity too during this last weekend with the solar eclipse. And you know, the solar eclipse, again, the energy lasts for 6 months. So it can play out over the next 6 months, but it's going to be good for you. Also, I need to mention the Mercury retrograde this time has no aspecting planets, and it's supposed to be very positive for us. It's not that you won't experience some of the technical difficulties or people coming back in your life or, you know, electrical problems or vehicle problems. It's not that all that will not occur, it's just that almost immediately things will correct themselves, right? Mercury's coming in to help us, not just disrupt our lives for no reason. Then we have the World card. So this is a major arcana card about cycles coming to an end. It's the last card in the major arcana. So a difficult karmic cycle is ending and there is a new beginning coming. Now, notice that it says the World, and I feel that this is a collective reading, like another reading that I did for you last month. You are kind of initiating for the collective this change. You're giving us the blueprint of how things need to look, the new world, the new earth, right? How that's supposed to look, Aquarius. You initiated that. Now I feel that the ball is kind of in Aries' court because of the fact that Mars has moved into Aries for 6 months. Aries is a cardinal sign, so they are initiating the changes, the initial changes of the vision that Aquarius had, right? And that is what is shifting here with the World card energy. The bottom of the deck is this card of Scorpio. This is death, it's transformation, okay? We are transforming into a new earth, right? One that is much better. Things are changing and they are very difficult now, but that's what the death card is about. Death to self and rebirth, right? Transforming, the phoenix rising from the ashes. All of that is represented in this card. It's also a major arcana card, number 13, which breaks down to a 4, which is all about your angels being with you and guiding you, okay? It can also be about home and family, so if that resonates for you. Now let's look at the overall outcome. Spirit, Holy Spirit, pulling angels, archangels of light, spirit guides, ancestors. What is the overall outcome for this July reading for my Aquarius viewers? Oh, beautiful. The 9 of Cups, so wish fulfillment. This is a wish come true for you, whatever this is that you've been manifesting and creating. 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups can be very fantasy-like, very illusion. It can also speak to having a lot of options. This is my Choose Wisely card, okay? With the 7 of Cups, Pisces energy, wish fulfillment, that's also cup energy. This is emotions, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. We have the Ace of Cups. This is the holy grail of love. This is big, big love. This is a soul connection. Could be with a water sign. Could be with a Leo with a Sun card, or Capricorn with the World card. What other signs do I have here? Hierophant is Taurus, Queen of Air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but that could be you, right? So we have a lot of air energy and we have a lot of water energy, but we have everything. We have earth and we have fire. Let's see what else we can get out of this. That's the overall outcome for Aquarius for July, Spirit. Another card that represents Earth. Look at that equality. This is all about reciprocity, equal give and take, but you can see the hands are holding Earth, and it's a very beautiful depiction. Everything looks clean, everything looks balanced. It's a card of balance. So maybe things are starting to balance out. Maybe things are starting to improve in July 2020. And we're moving towards that vision that you had, but at the same time, it's not quite as difficult, right? Maybe Mars in Aries is action, right? The action is happening. And Aquarius is pleased because, you know, you guys have been really kind of the leaders, and you represent, you're very humanitarian, right? So probably a lot of the things going on in the world were upsetting you. And then we have the card of unconditional love again with the Leo card. This is a major arcana, number 8 for Leo. Unconditional love, that's what it's all about. That's the change, okay? So this is what Aquarius is waiting for. With the 3 of Wands, you're waiting for something that you have put a lot of work into creating. With the World, it's all coming full circle for you. Difficult ending to a new beginning of an earth filled with unconditional love. That's absolutely beautiful. That's what you're going for. And it is wish fulfillment. You know, for a long time, it probably felt like a fantasy. But now you're starting to see it materialize. These are 2 cards about big, holy grail of love with unconditional love, right? Which God is unconditional love. That is where we need to be. That's not where we've been, though. And I think that that means that Aquarius, whatever you were doing, whatever you were manifesting, whatever you were meditating on for the world, for the collective, you did a very good job, okay? It is coming true. But let's look at some oracles, okay? So we'll do the wisdom of the hidden realms. Let's see if we can get some messages for Aquarius, because this reading seems to be very collective, although very beautiful. It's more of a spiritual reading for the collective sign of Aquarius. Okay, we have the eyes of beauty, positive expectations, and clarity. So to me, in this deck, it would be kind of like the sun, right? It's number 25, which breaks down to a 7, which is all about spiritual lessons. Then we have the Eagle King, number 12. 12s are about awakening. So the Eagle King says the big picture and angelic help. So, you know, you may be helping. Well, I know that you are helping to awaken the collective at this time. And then the bottom of the deck is the Sun Dancers. Beautiful, beautiful energy. It's joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. So let's look into these and see what we have for these cards. See how it resonates for you, Aquarius. These are your messages from Spirit and your angels. Your oracles sometimes give a better picture, and it kind of wraps up the reading for us, right? So the eyes of beauty. It says, when the eyes of beauty show up as your ally, they require you to examine your perceptions. Do you see the world as perfect and beautiful? Can you retrace your steps from your past to now and see the perfection in the way reality has been created? You cannot make this up. That's what your whole reading was about, Aquarius. You have laid the foundation. You have given the collective the vision of the future, and it's beautiful. The eyes of beauty. You saw the beauty that was coming, right? Positive expectations. You held the frequency of love. You knew that this was possible. And I don't think the rest of the zodiac may realize what you've done for us all here, right? Clarity has come with that solar eclipse. And I think we're starting to see your vision. It says, truly, perception is everything. A glass half empty is the same as a glass half full, yet so different according to how it's perceived. The eyes of beauty remind you that if you move forward with conviction, all is well now and always will be. You will see true prosperity as a result. See, this is about as prosperous as you can get. Spirit, the universe is coming in to gift you, Aquarius. This is a huge spiritual mission. And you know, it's very energetic, it's very spiritual, it's very behind the scenes work that you've done. You could have done this in the dream state. You've done this through manifesting. You've done this through your meditations and your prayers. You've done this through your thoughts and your intentions, right? It's at a soul level, so you may not even be aware of it, but you will be feeling very abundant very soon because the universe is going to bless you for what you've done. But it says you will see true prosperity as a result. Expect to see beauty and you will attract your highest good. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay, then we have the Eagle King. So, you know, you didn't do this alone. You had angelic help. You had the help of Spirit. It says the big picture, angelic help. You saw the big picture for us all, Aquarius, okay? And you're going to see the rewards of it sometime in the month of July. It says the Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes up your prayers toward the sun. and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. Well, that also wraps up your reading. This is not just blessing you. The work, the spiritual work, the intentions and manifestations that you have done, the vision that you've held for the future has always been for the highest good of all. And you've released that to God. You've done your part. Now you've released it up to heaven. And this card says they will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. So in your personal life, expect blessings, expect miracles, expect abundance for this work that you have done. Okay, and the last card is the Sun Dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. It's number 32, which is a 5. Again, with the 5, it's a repetitive message that things are changing. Okay, don't lose hope. If you don't see it yet, you will see it very soon. Now this says joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. As your ally, the Sun Dancers celebrate you now and remind you of the laws of success and praise. Anything you place your attention on will manifest an experience, so the laws are always perfect. Expect the best and praise it in advance. Expect the best and praise it in advance. For some reason, Spirit had me read that to you twice. There's a message there for you. This unleashes the magic of mystical magnetic energy, drawing circumstances to you to create the reality you envision. Oh my God. I mean, this is so in alignment with this reading. Give thanks in advance for the grace and goodwill of the divine, right? You can't see it in your reality yet. God wants you to give thanks in advance because that seals the deal. That says you know that this is manifesting, right? Be willing to dance the victory dance as if your greatest dreams are realized, and watch how easily things begin to fall into place. Stay positive and leave the timing up to the divine. All things are possible now. Dance the joy of being and celebrate your life in abundance today. This is probably the most beautiful reading I have done lately, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Kudos to you, Aquarius. You really came through for us. And you are going to be greatly blessed. Your prayers will be answered in your personal life just as they were for the collective, right? So now I want to pull, to wrap up this reading, a postcard from Spirit. This is a message from Spirit directly to you, Aquarius. This would not be for the cross watchers. This is for those of you who have your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs in the sign of Aquarius. There's no other sign like Aquarius. You guys are completely unique in every way. Absolutely. There's no comparison to you out there. So it says, Dearest you, Aquarius, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? That's exactly what I felt here. We are here to tell you, we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for Spirit, letting you know that you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means Spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. And you are doing that, Aquarius. Whether you know it or not, you are doing this. It is absolutely amazing. It goes on to say, so keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on Earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so loved. Amen. That's beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I will see you whenever I come back to do your mid-month July 2020. Until then, stay blessed. Sending you all love and light and good positive vibes. Namaste, Aquarius.